Ron is sort of looking a bit flabbergasted as he sees Snape sort of like burst into the hallway. He probably would yell after him, "What are you doing, Snape? No!"
Good defense, best offense, or something.
Oh,
Olive
bloody hell.
pulls her wand out from her robes and chases after Snape to stand behind him.
Yeah, I head up to take defensive postures at the door as well.
Yeah, Ron would be standing next to Professor Snape, and he looks over at him and he says, "This is something I never thought I'd see. Hey there, frog face." Oh! Oh! Undesirable! Undesirable! Number 2! And you're working with him, Severus? How dare you! How dare you! And Ron casts a spell and sort of flings his wand. And we start to see like some spells being exchanged. Professor Umbridge throws up a shield charm. But you can see that she's surrounded by someone that's on fire. And there's another professor that he's scrambling to the floor. He's grabbing his wand. He's got a wand on the floor. Olive and Alexander, what are you doing? Professor Snape and Ron are basically throwing spells back and forth at Dolores Umbridge.
I'm going to aim for the professor reaching for his wand.
Okay.
And Olive says, "Immobilis!"
I try to cast Wingardium Leviosa on the professor's wand that's on the ground.
Okay. Each of you cast a spell.
Does this count as facing my fear?
Absolutely.
Okay. I've just put it as a relationship. Figured that works easiest. Magic. Oh, actually, it's Wingardium Leviosa's in my spell bank. There we go.
Ooh.
I'm jinxed, that's why it was so bad.
Ooh. Okay. So, first things first. You cast Immobilis. That's a second year spell. Did you make sure that you minus the 1 for that?
Yep.
Okay. So, what happens as you cast the spell on Professor Ogilvy?
So Immobilis is supposed to immobilize and stop the actions of the target. I would say someone or something is alerted to the casting of the spell, because Olive's just rushed out of nowhere and is screaming at the top of her lungs. And I would say the spell has a diminished effect. It's supposed to like freeze frame them entirely so they can't move a muscle. And I would imagine maybe just because it's her first time casting it, it's like more of moving very, very slowly because she didn't like nail it quite right.
Okay, so you see Professor slowly like reaching for the wand in like ultra slow motion. Alexander, you got a 6, unfortunately. What goes wrong here for you? Because the spell is going to rebound, and you're going to take a condition for each year past the current year.
Well, it's a first year spell, so I only take 1 condition. I don't have many to choose from. I think injured. I tried to cast it outwards and I sort of cast it on myself a little and then land awkwardly on my ankle and and twisted pretty badly. I'll take the injured condition.
Okay. While this is going on, Lillian, you and Cornelia can hear this insane ruckus and sort of yelling. And then you see, I think, Tressie Mallard on the stairs sort of trying to struggle with Masie. What do you do?
Oh, What? Why is Tressie touching you? Masie, what's going on? What? Tressie.
Stop it. You've done
Hey,
your
Mr.
bit.
Sunbridge.
Shut
You
up.
hurt me! Oh, it hurts!
Okay, Lillian, out of the two, which do we like better?
1,000% we like Masie better than Tressie. Do you remember what she said about our eyebrows?
I know. Okay, well, here we go.
All right, what do you
I
need,
would like-
Masie? What can we do?
Are you serious?
Yeah, we
Yes, of
hate
course.
Tressie. Why would we help Tressie? She's the worst.
Anything?
Yeah,
Yes.
I guess why not? Pretty boring
take-
here, anyways, isn't it?
So boring.
Take a deep breath and come with me, okay?
Okay.
And I will
Okay.
grab one of them by hand, or try to grab one of them by the hand and fail with my arm that doesn't work. Oh, don't mind that. Just hold on.
Tressie's gonna
Okay.
take her wand out, and she says, she sort of like points it at all of you. And she's, don't move!
All right, Lillian's gonna cast the trip jinx on Tressie.
I think first, Tressie has her wand out. She's struggling with Masie, so she probably would have like taken it out. And if she hears you conspiring, she's gonna take her wand out. So she's gonna get something off first, I think. She's gonna get a spell off, and I think she's gonna try and aim at one of you two. I'll just roll to see. Cornelia, she's gonna aim at you.
Okay.
Yeah, and she will probably cast. She's going to try and cast the Tarrant Allegra spell at you. And I would like
Okay.
you to try to tough it out, please.
Yes. This is so glad. Oh no. Ugh.
Oh, that's a 10. It seemed more dangerous than it was. You shrug off the hit without any problem. So how do you think you avoid it?
I literally just kind of like sidestep it and just, excuse me? Really? So stupid.
Pathetic. Did she even try?
She's like looking around. She's like really worried now. She's got 3 people around her basically that can cast spells, and she's like just freaking out. What do you do?
I would
Lillian?
like to. I want to trip jinx her and like put my arm out in front of Cornelia and be like, ugh, don't ever touch my friend again.
Okay. An 8 is a partial success. Choose 2 from the list there of how it doesn't go perfectly.
Oh God. Okay. I think someone or something is alerted to the casting of the spell.
Okay.
'Cause I think she's gonna thud pretty hard, and people are gonna be like, "What just happened over there, behind the corner?"
And there's one more.
Oh, there's 2. I'm so sorry. That's my bad. I thought
Yeah, no
there was
problem.
one. I think the spell has a diminished effect.
Okay. So you cast the spell, but the same thing kind of happens. Like her shoes sort of like stick together, and she sort of is a bit wobbly. Masie, you're kind of like right next to her. I feel like both of you are kind of like halfway up the stairs, you know, like probably you can see like a little bit as to what's going on. And there's like spells and jinxes and things that are being thrown up above you that are just kind of like impacting on the wall, probably right nearby. Anybody doing anything else down there?
I'd like to
No,
I'd
go
like
ahead.
to try and cast Wingardium Leviosa on her wand.
Probably be an Expelliarmus.
I can't just make it float. Oh yeah, of course. Okay, yeah, I will, because it's not in her. It's in her hand. Okay. Ah man, that's gonna be a second year. Can I change my mind?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're gonna be matchstick again. I think we'll cast Incendio again.
Okay.
And just pray that I don't actually fully set fire to her this time. Oof. Incendio. Oh, I'm a little bit relieved.
Okay, as you try to cast Incendio, the spell recoils. I think maybe you're a little bit more worried about casting this on like a student as opposed to a teacher or something. You're worried that you might
And I
actually.
think I'm worried about actually setting her on fire after how well it went the last time. Like, I just want to distract her and get her to put it out. I don't actually want to set her on fire. I think probably just didn't
spell
work quite hard
rebounds,
enough.
and you're going to take a condition.
I'm going to I'll take the upset condition because I think it's because I let myself down. I think I'm mad that I couldn't do it.
Okay. We switch back to the other sort of scene that's going on. You can see Snape and Ronald Weasley are sort of like dueling it out with Umbridge, and she's actually pretty good. Like she's sort of like knocking away a lot of the spells that are flying by, and there's sort of like stuff exploding and whatnot in the hallway. Olive, what else are you and Alexander doing? You can see that the professor that's on fire has gotten his like robe off, and he's just got like some regular clothes or whatever underneath. And he's sort of like thrown it on the floor. He's got his wand ready. What are you doing?
I'm gonna cast a spell at him. Mechanical question. If I'm casting the spell with the intent to protect Alex because I know he's injured next to me, can I roll with my relationship?
Definitely.
Okay. So Olive, her eyes kind of lock onto him, and she realizes with his wand out that he can do some serious damage now that he's on fire. And she says, Averte Statum. We're gonna see how this goes.
What year is the spell?
It's a second year spell.
Okay. What was the spell?
Averte Statum.
Okay. That's a 7. That's a partial success. There are side effects. Choose 2, please.
I'm going to say... I'm gonna go with the same combination from last time. Definitely someone or something is alerted to the fact that she's doing this because she's acting very loud and rash with it. And it has a slightly diminished effect. The intent is to throw the victim backward as if they'd been thrown. And I would imagine it still throws him backwards, but not as if he's been thrown, but more of like shoved a little bit. Not like an impressive superhero threw you in the air kind of thing, but like it's knocked him off kilter kind of pushback.
Yeah, okay. So he kind of like falls backwards, probably pretty hard, like onto the floor behind him. He probably like rebounds off the hallway wall and spins and falls on the floor. Alexander?
I'm gonna cast Wingardium Leviosa on the headmistress, just to make her an easier target for the two people who can actually do something. I want to try and like sneak in where she's not expecting a student to be there, and see if I can get her and lift her off so they can then lay the smack down.
Okay. So, you can try. I'm going to say that this has got a -1, though, because she's not, like, I mean, she's a small but full-size person.
Right, yeah, because it's difficult. Okay, other option then is when Professor Snape knocked the doors off, is there any rubble or anything?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, I want to
probably not from that, but probably from all the other spells that are going.
Right, yeah. I want to lift a piece of rubble over on top of Professor Umbridge.
Okay, you're gonna Wingardium Leviosa a rock basically to drop it on her head. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh no! That's a fail, unfortunately. Spell rebounds and you take a condition.
I have no choice but to take my 5th and final condition.
Oh no!
But at least I didn't back down.
Yeah. So, Olive, you see Alex cast a spell, and basically there's a rebound. He tries to cast a spell. What does it look like when the magic rebounds, Alex?
I think it's the same as last time, but much worse this time, because my adrenaline's really going. I put a lot of effort into it, and I lift myself like way up into the air, and then poof, fall and hit the ground.
And Alex passes out. You see this, Olive?
Can I cast another spell?
You can try, sure.
I'm going to attempt to Wingardium Leviosa the same rock that Alex was trying to.
Okay.
And I'm trying to do this both in defense of him, to protect him, and to prove that he knows what he's doing, and that's a good idea.
So are you hovering the rock? You're still trying to do it and drop it on Headmistress Umbridge?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a 9. The spell succeeds, but there are side effects. Choose 2.
Okay. What kind of diminished effect could it have?
You tell me.
Okay. I think that the spell itself goes off without a hitch, and like Olive is angry, like she's shaking, holding her wand as she's doing it. And what ends up happening is she loses control of like the duration of it. So she's trying to get the spell to last all the way to get it over Umbridge's head and knock her out. And instead, I think it makes it up to like her mid-arm, like her shoulder, and Olive can't hold the spell for that long, and it just kind of gives way, and the rock still hits her, but it's not gonna knock her out. It's just a rock dropping on her arm, and someone or something is alerted to the fact that she's doing this.
Okay. So, you see Headmistress Umbridge, basically the rock sort of lands on her arm. Ow! Ow! And she's sort of like a bit stunned. Ron sort of like looks at Snape, and he says, "Go in from the side!" And they sort of like split up on either side of the hallway and start throwing some more spells. And Umbridge is basically throwing up her arm, just trying to like defend against them. But one of them sort of like sails through, and she spins and sort of smacks down onto the ground. Masie, Lillian, Cornelia.
Yes.
What's uppy?
You've basically got Tressie sort of under control here, except like Masie takes a shot. You basically see Masie's wand rebound and cast a spell.
Masie, are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm okay. It's just we have to go. We have to go right now. Just, help me up. Okay.
Okay. Where are we going? What exactly is going on over there?
You are helping. Okay, just let's go. And I just kind of grab onto him as much as I can myself.
Back at Tressie.
Yeah.
You said anything, right? Remember that. I'm like hurrying in front of them. You said anything. Remember that, right?
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes. All right. We have to help Professor Snape. And
All right.
And Olive and the Ravenclaw boy and
Is it more Dementors?
and
Not these
also
Dementors again.
we have to help the Scorpion King, and they're all together. And
Nice.
Umbridge is, I think, trying to kill them, so we have to stop the headmistress. Are you ready? Let's go.
I'm sorry.
She's trying to hurt the Scorpion King. Is she?
Yes.
Is she cursed?
Yes.
She's cursed.
You can try and convince them. What is that noise?
Sorry, I don't know what just happened. Something fell.
This
Masie?
is not going to be a success. It's with a minus
It's
3.
Lillian. It's with a
It's
minus.
with Lillian's relationship.
Yeah.
I've got. It would have been a 5.
Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay.
So, they're not cursed?
She's not cursed. She's just evil, I guess.
I mean, I don't understand how anybody could reasonably hurt the Scorpion King, right, Cornelia? Like, she must
Right.
be
Yeah.
insane.
And honestly, it sounds kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is
I mean,
quite exciting.
And then,
I
like,
may or
after
may
this,
not have-
Cornelia, then the Scorpion King will probably be like, those 2 girls are so hot for standing up for me.
Yeah, you're right. He's definitely more important than, well, I never liked Pink anyway.
1,000%. We've got to...
Tressie looks horrified.
Are we ready? Are you with me?
You want to do what? You want to hurt Headmistress Umbridge? Are you insane? Have you gone mad?
Tressie, shut up. Oh,
Oh. Cornelia.
did you hear Masie? I kind of like this side of you, Matchstick.
We have to go. It's really
feisty.
urgent.
Okay, let's
All
go.
right, let's go. Let's
Okay, I'm in.
Like run down the corridor like a shaking mess with one hand that doesn't work with these 2 people.
Okay, so what's the plan? Are we trying to...
Just
Are
look.
we going to kill Professor Umbridge? Is that what's happening?
We just have to stop in whatever way that you can. All the professors that are with Professor Umbridge and Professor Umbridge.
There are more professors.
There are
multiple
Look,
professors.
just look, okay? Just look.
Oh my god.
At the end of the hall, you can see Professor Snape. You can see Olive. You can see Alexander on the ground. And you can see undesirable number 2, Ronald Weasley, fighting against Dolores Umbridge, Professor Ogilvy, and let's see, who's the other professor? Let's call him Professor Hale.
Oh my god. Is that undesirable? Is that Ronald Weasley? Mazie, you didn't tell us that Ronald Weasley was here. Does this change things for us, Lillian?
didn't know that he
I'm
was.
very conflicted. Like, I'm not sure what to do, but my gut is telling me that, like, if Scorpion King and Snape, I mean, there's like a 50-50 here.
Yeah. Well... Okay, well... Alright.
I mean,
Listen, Mazie, you're in our Slytherin family, okay? We can think of it like that. And, I mean, we're all a Slytherin family. This is very confusing.
well, Slytherin, we protect each other, and technically, you're our family, so we're gonna do whatever you ask right now, Cornelia?
Yes, I mean, we did already agree. And again, like I said, it is pretty exciting. Things were
Yeah, I mean,
very boring before.
yeah,
Okay,
our shoes are hideous. So all right, we're in.
Yeah.
Guess.
You can both show courage.
Oh, God.
Oh!
Turns out we're pretty courageous.
You look fear in the eye and do not break. Gain a +1 forward when challenging it. Okay, so yeah, we'll say this confrontation basically. You found something within yourselves, and you're getting a +1 forward in this confrontation.
Great. Well, I would like to cast immediately. I would like to just run in.
I like the idea that you're also screaming.
Ah!
I feel like you both just run past me as I'm like getting ready, and suddenly I just like
Can
see
we
this
be holding
young-
hands? That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Tweedledee and Tweedledum have joined the show. I would like to cast Petrificus Totalis on Professor Umbridge.
Sure, you can give it a shot. Yeah, you got a plus
would like
one. Petrificus Totalis is a year 1 spell. So
Yes. Okay.
Can we cast a spell at the same time, like a true
Yes.
Tweedledee Tweedledum? Like we're just like,
Can we?
Let's go.
yes, but you will suffer the effects together.
All right.
All right. All right. I'm gonna
You
try to
don't
trip
get the
her
bonus for each
with
other.
each other. No,
Yeah,
that's fine.
because you're.
That's fine.
It's not aimed.
But
at
we get our
one of
show
you.
courage bonus, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my god!
Oh, let's. That pure blood, though.
Oh wow! Okay, so you cast your spells.
Back to back, like little Sailor Moon girls.
Petrificus Totalis!
Trip.
And
no word for
they both sort of smack into the back of Professor of Headmistress Umbridge, and she just goes and just like falls over, smacks right onto her face, falls forward from the trip drinks. The other two professors, Ogilvy and Hale, are trying to deal with the situation, though. Professor Hale is now fighting Ronald Weasley and Professor Snape, and I think probably by now that other spell that you cast, Olive, has kind of like worn off the professor, and he's got his wand, and he's now fighting. Olive, what are you doing? Masie?
Olive focuses squarely on that professor and says, Expelliarmus! And just to double check, since I now see that Masie is here,
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we see each other?
I would like to shift focus to like acting in order to protect Masie now that she's arrived. Olive wants to ensure her safety, and so she kind of assumes this professor might target the girls that just arrived, so she's casting this spell to try to
You're not going to get your bonus for Masie, unfortunately. I don't
Dang
think you
it,
can lawyer
okay.
that one.
Can I still be protecting Alexander since he's next to me?
You can be protecting him, but you have to be doing something specifically like defensive for him.
Okay. Okay, so I can't roll with a relationship for this one. Okay.
A 9. Okay, the spell succeeds, but there are side effects. Choose 2, please. And which professor are you casting on? Hale was the one that had his robe on fire. Ogilvy was the one that you had previously slowed down.
I was casting this at the professor that had just gotten his wand back. Which one was that?
Ogilvy.
Okay, yeah. So I'm casting it at him.
Okay.
I would say... I would say someone or something is alerted to the casting of the spell, and...
Love how you were all being very reckless with that.
Yeah, We're definitely not trying to be quiet about the fact that we're screaming spells out at each other. And I think it would have a diminished effect. It's supposed to, like, force it to fly out of their hand, whatever he's holding. And I think because she did the spell right as he picked it up, maybe it just, the timing didn't catch quite right. And it doesn't fly out of his hand so much as he just maybe stumbles with it a bit, and it like slips between his fingers down instead of being like thrown across the room from him.
It just falls on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Absolutely. Masie, what are you doing?
I'm
See
going over
Olive.
to Olive. I'm going over to her. I want to.
You're gonna run through the melee?
I want no. Oh, okay, so where are we? Because I
it's
was
a
picturing us
hallway.
coming up like round.
Yeah, it's a hallway.
Okay.
You've just come up the stairs at the end of the hallway, opposite
Okay.
the where at the end of the hallway is the door for the room of requirement.
Okay. Then I wanna call out to her. Olive, are you okay?
I'm fine, Masie. Just stay safe, all right?
How can I help? What do I do? How do I help?
Immobilize the professors. We've
Okay.
Just
All right.
keep the room clear, okay?
Okay. Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna turn around and pick whichever professor is closest to where Olive is.
Okay, that's probably Professor Hale.
And I think it has to be Immobilis, considering what she's just said. So yeah, Immobilis, which is year 2, right?
Year 2.
Is this with Olive?
Nope.
No.
Oh wow! All right, what happens?
I think he just stops like mid-step almost and kind of like freezes. Yeah, like he's literally just been put on pause, like he's mid-jump and he freezes in the air and just kind of like crashes, like as he's going. I don't know how to make this make sense. Like as he's coming down, he's caught in midair, and as he's coming down, his kind of body goes like contracts almost, so you can see him as he stops. He's like almost starting to fall as he's stopped, as he's held in midair, with his wand out. Yeah.
Okay.
It's about the jumbled explanation. I wasn't expecting that to work.
Sure. So now Professor Hale is kind of like by himself, sort of trying to defend against Ron Weasley and Professor Snape. Professor Snape throws out a curse, and Ron sort of throws another spell, and he says, Expelliarmus! And you can see the wand of Professor Hale go flying and rattle against the wall. Professor Snape throws out a spell, and he says, Pontificus Totalis! And Professor Hale sort of collapses to the ground. Who are they? What's going on?
They're our friends, our classmates.
Brilliant. More?
All right, well, they did just help.
Right. I'm sorry. Look. All right. Everyone into the room. Bring our opposition in as well. There will surely be others. We have made quite the fuss. All right. Judging from what you've told me, I don't know if this is exactly right, but maybe it's better if we go a little earlier. All right. 98. 98 turns. 98. You can do it. As Hermione says that, there is a horrific feeling that comes across to all of you. You can feel this sort of inky blackness as if it were crawling on your skin.
Lillian? I don't know what that is.
Students of Hogwarts, this is your Dark Lord. I have been alerted to undesirables in the school. This is unacceptable. You will drive them out to me. You will see them out, or you will be punished. No matter your age. Do the right thing and turn them in. You have 10 minutes. Or I will find them.
We have to act quickly. Are you ready, Scorpius? Can you go now?
Oh, was that Voldemort?
Scorpius, don't think about
He's
it.
here.
It doesn't matter because you're not going to be here in just a moment, okay? You're going to safety. You're going home. You're returning to your friends and family. And you're bringing all of us with you by fixing this for everyone. And you won't have to see him ever again, all right? Thank you.
Now, Scorpion King. Listen, I'm starting to understand that. I think this has something to do with Voldemort, the Dark Lord. Praise be him. Listen, you are the Scorpion King, so you can do this. And, Lillian, what else? What else?
You're very attractive and you come from a great family and you could conquer the world if you so desire it, Scorpion King. Thank you for existing.
So powerful. And even if you don't feel like it right now, within you, it's in there. Deep blood and all that.
Yeah. Blood in you.
Blood in you.
The walls begin to rumble again.
You did it once, and you can do it again, okay?
Yeah.
They
we
must have
believe in
found
you.
us. You need to begin to start the count, Mr. Malfoy. Which one of you would like to inspire the Scorpion King, Scorpius Malfoy?
I'm trying to remember what that role would be.
It's a soul roll.
I have a flat nothing.
I currently have -3.
Is it gonna have to be me?
Wait,
I am not inspiring.
I have 0.
All right, I'll do it. I'm doing it. I'm gonna inspire the Scorpion King. No big deal. It's gonna be fine.
Oh my gosh. You've got this, Lillian.
I'm gonna roll first and see how it goes before I give a speech.
That's a 5.
Can I see that she's about to fail, so I want to jump in and help?
Just keep in mind that this will be additive.
Wait, additive?
Yeah.
Like
You
if I
make it
roll.
worse, you make it even
You can
worse.
make it worse.
Because he gets a -2 forward for every time somebody fails this, for whatever they're trying to
Right.
inspire him.
All right, never mind. Wait.
What do you say, Lily?
Okay. Scorpion King, you are named after a bug with hairy legs and a stinger, which is sharp, which means that you are sharp and hairy.
Wow.
And probably fast.
Wow, what does that mean? I don't... Oh, I thought I was bad trying to help people. Hermione, any chance you could help or something? I don't think this is gonna go real good. Ron, I can't. You don't understand. He has to do it by himself. I can't go with him. I can't do anything. Anybody trying anything else?
I'm gonna try to inspire him.
Oh,
I'm gonna try. I don't have good stats for this, but I do have my house benefit to re-roll the roll once per day, so...
okay.
So, fingers crossed. Alright, I've been getting some solid rolls today. Fingers crossed. Okay, I'm gonna use my house benefit. For our podcast listeners, that is a nat 1. That is a rolled 1. That is a straight 1. Slytherin house benefit.
Oh,
Cool.
My God.
Cool.
I'll ever just get stuck in this timeline, or is that just us?
can we time turner the last 2 minutes of the show?
Scorpius, I don't mean to put any additional pressure on you or anything, but there are quite literally Dementors waiting to steal our souls and suck us of all of our happiness outside of the other side of this room, and the Dark Lord himself has personally targeted us. And I don't mean to rush you or anything,
Wall
but
explodes.
it's quite literally a ticking clock, so good now? Okay,
The wall explodes.
Go get him.
The wall explodes outwards. Debris goes flying, and the door explodes. Ron is by the wall as it explodes, and debris catches him in the head. You see him spin and get covered in rubble. Ron! Professor Snape begins to set up protections. You can see that there are several people outside now. And you hear Tressie yelling, They were in there!
Okay.
You see at the end of the hall a pale, white-skinned man, bald, in dark green robes, making his way down the hall.
Severus. Somehow, I am not surprised. You... It is all your fault. Everything.
Hermione's rushed over to Ron. Everything is because of you. It may have taken me a long time to accept and realize. But it took.
another young man to help me understand. You will cause no harm to these students. They are under my protection. Your protection, Severus. What do you hope to do against the Dark Lord? I will break you. I will show you true pain. And I will do as I wish because I have the power to do so. This place belongs to me, as does the world. You will die defending, protecting nothing. You are weak, and you always have been. Just like when I killed Lily. Professor Snape begins rattling off spell after spell in the hallway. What do you do?
I get up and limp over and just put myself between the door and Scorpius.
Okay, well, Lillian, I suppose we're going to attack the Dark Lord now. Are you in?
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah, why not? I guess we're here already.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Avada Kedavra!
You see green light tossed around. Professor Snape trying to deflect as best as he can, but you can see that he's getting overwhelmed.
How do we help? How can we help him?
Well, listen, I think that...
Do normal spells work against the Dark Lord? How can I cast a spell at the Dark Lord? I want to help him. Professor,
All
how
at
can we help
once.
you?
All at once, just try whatever you know.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna cast Incendio at him.
Same.
I'm also gonna cast it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna cast the infamous trip. Thanks.
I'm gonna try and lift more rocks.
Olive, you cast Incendio. But before you do, there's an errant spell that hits you and spins you. Probably a jinx of some kind, and you sort of go spinning off to the side. Lillian, you cast your trip jinx. But I think as you're casting it, it's sort of deflected, and one of the other people in the hallway that are clearly Death Eaters, they're wearing the hoods and everything, you can see that they sort of get tripped up for a second. Cornelia, you cast Incendio, and it is also sort of deflected off into one of the other Death Eaters, but it's quickly sort of put out. Alex, the rock that you start to sail over, I think it's sort of making its way over, and then it's blasted like out of the air. Just some debris starts to fall down. And Hermione is sort of like pining over Ron, but she stands up and she says, looking at Scorpius, "You have to go. You have to do it. I know it's hard, but it can't end like this. You can do it. We never knew what we were doing. We just got lucky and we tried our best. Please. 98 turns." She turns and she begins to fight as well. For Harry! For Ron! And she begins to throw spells. All the while you hear Scorpius runs behind a pillar in the room. Takes out the time turner. 98 tons. 98 tons. Help us. Help us, please. Help me. Please, help us. Please, I need to see you again. Please, help us. Please. 1, 2, 3. Debris is sort of cast everywhere. Things are flying up and around. Masie, Lillian, Cornelia, Alexander. Tough it out, please. Masie, you're hit by some debris and go flying to the ground. Cornelia, you and Lillian probably are getting scraped and bruised. Probably take a few hits and whatnot. But we can sort of see you trying to fight. And I think Alexander, I need a tough it out from you, sorry, as well. Or no, we got yours. Okay. A 2.
You're missing Olive.
Olive's down already.
All right, yeah.
Alex, you're also knocked out. Probably a stray spell hits you. Cornelia and Lillian, did you ever think that you'd be fighting the Dark Lord?
No. I grab Lillian's hand. But at least it's not boring. And we got to take care of a couple of friends, even if they didn't know. Yeah.
Got to make our own decisions for once.
Yeah. At least for once.
97. 98. We hear in the void. Albus! Albus, no! We can't. We made a mistake. We made a mistake. And that's where we're ending the show today.
You know, like the purge. Do you think that we can make it like legal to like slap our GM like once a year?
To purge our GM.
Smack him on the butt.
Smack him on the butt. You know, the purge was a lot more violent than that, eh?
This is a PG show.
Yes.
Is it?
Purge PG. You get to
Is it,
spank
though?
people once a year. What?
Let's go around the room. Let's do shout-outs. Zcotticus, could you be so kind as to start us off, please?
Yeah, I've had my outro script provided for me today, so I'll let you guys guess who wrote it. Howdy doody, I'm Zcotticus, and I played Alex for you today. I'm actually a professional ballerina who streams on the side. If you'd like to join me, I'm doing a challenge where I do one pirouette every day for the month of May.
All right. Well, thank you, buddy. You want to give them any other information? Where can they find you?
I'm Zcotticus, everywhere you want to find me. I'm actually doing every day in May. I'm learning Japanese, you can learn other things. We chat about it in my stream. I think I'm going to start doing relationship advice streams because I did it randomly today and everyone was like, do more of this. So I might do like once a week relationship advice. So if you want a relationship shaman, I'm your guy.
Just some street cred there for Zcotticus. How long have you been with Mrs. Z?
12 years there? Yeah.
12 years. Longer than any relationship I've had. Thank you, buddy. Negaoryx.
I will also be reading from a prepared script today. Again, please take a guess at who wrote this for me. Hi, my name is Negaoryx. I played Olive for you today. I'm actually the world's tallest streamer, voice actor, and role player, and if you come by my stream, I will actually measure myself live for you.
What
Thank
are
you
you
so much.
measuring?
Herself. Why didn't you listen, Wack?
Yeah, but okay. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mirggles.
Hello. Art comes from an angry fart, and that's what you'll see from my stream. Hi, I'm Mirggles. I played Cornelia for you today. When I'm not role-playing, I'm pretending to be an adult-sized baby on twitch.tv, which is really cool, and you should come see it sometime. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mirggles. Luxie.
Sorry, I'm recovering from today's episode. It made me so sad.
Yep.
Yeah, I also had a script written for me. Hello, in LuxieGames. I am a delightful clover bean, and I am very quiet. And I like baubles. You know, like Christmas baubles. I stream and I talk on Twitter. Come hang out with me and win a bauble. The baubles are my eyes.
Oh, dear God. They are 11-year-olds in real life, too, by the way, just in case you were curious. Thank you, Luxie. Thank you. Kolo.
I also have a script. Hippity hoppity, I'm a big fan of pottery. My name is Kolo and I'm a streamer and role player who played Masie for you today. I love celery. Celery is actually my stream's mascot, and if you'd like to stop by sometime and see me bite a piece off the size of my own head. Help.
I don't even know what you said. Okay. By the way, I have no idea if you wrote a script for me because there's so much spam in that channel. I can't go through
There's
all
one
of that.
specific part I can't wait for you to get to, Wack.
God.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I'll make sure the one's written for you next time, Wack. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Read up on. We've been
Wack's
horsing
gonna
around all evening.
recast us when he sees the chat.
As soon as he meets Norman, it's like, no, okay, yep.
It's like year 2 is just a whole bunch of new people, but with the same, like, wigs.
I'm gonna get
They're all
really
just
bad
40-year-old men.
I'm gonna get really bad impersonators for each of you.
Brad can do me.
Actually, Wack is just going to play everyone by himself. It's going to be just
There we
his
go.
screen, and he's going to do all our voices and costuming.
No. No.
I have no doubt that you could. And do it very well.
Yeah, literally the only man who could.
No.
Yeah.
No, I would go insane after an hour. That's why I was debating doing a shill show of that, which was just me playing 5 different characters
Yes.
plus GMing it myself, which is the most insane thing ever. I don't think I could do it. I legit don't
it.
think I can. I think
Why?
my brain would explode. Albus? Albus, you have to stop. We can't do it. Albus! Albus! Scorpius? Scorpius? What are we gonna do if we don't? We can't. We can't do it. You don't understand. Everything goes wrong if we do.